Imagine waking up and finding out your own sibling erased you from your family's history. Not emotionally, not symbolically, legally. My brother didn't just want the money, he wanted my entire life, and he used a fraudulent DNA test to take it. My grandfather, Arthur Whitman, wasn't just wealthy, he was a legend in the tech world. He built one of the earliest cybersecurity firms in San Jose, long before people even understood what digital privacy meant. To the world, he was a genius. To me, he was the only person in my family who ever treated me like I mattered. So when he passed away suddenly, it didn't just break me, it changed everything. At the reading of his will, held in a private office in Palo Alto, we learned something no one expected. His estate wasn't just large, it was massive. Hidden assets, private investments, offshore holdings, we're talking multi-million dollars. But there was a condition, a very specific one. Only direct blood relatives could inherit anything, and due to past family disputes, every heir had to pass a mandatory DNA verification test. That's when things got tense. My brother, Daniel, sat across from me that day completely calm, too calm. We'd never been close, but we weren't enemies either. At least, I didn't think we were. A week later, the official DNA kits arrived at our family home, sealed, registered, supposedly secure. We were instructed to complete the swabs under supervision and send them directly to a certified lab. Simple, routine, foolproof. Or so I thought. I remember Daniel offering to help organize everything. He handled the packaging, the labeling, even insisted on dropping the samples off himself. At the time, it felt normal. Looking back, that was the moment he stole everything. 2 weeks later, we were called back for the results. I wasn't nervous. Why would I be? I knew who I was. The executor cleared his throat and began reading. Daniel Whitman, confirmed biological grandson. A pause. Then, for Miss Whitman, the results indicate no genetic relation to the deceased. I laughed. Actually laughed because it didn't make sense. It couldn't make sense. But no one else was laughing. The room went cold. My name, my identity, my place in that family, gone in a single sentence. Within 48 hours, I was legally removed from the estate. My access revoked, my belongings restricted, even my right to stay in the house denied. And Daniel? He didn't look surprised. He looked prepared. That's when I knew this wasn't a mistake, it was a plan. I left that house with nothing but questions, and one decision. I wasn't going to beg for my identity, I was going to prove it. I hired a private forensic genealogist based in Boston, someone who specialized in complex inheritance fraud. Within days, she told me something that changed everything. The results you received, she said, they didn't just come back wrong, they were manipulated. We bypassed the original lab entirely. New samples, new chain of custody, no interference. And this time, I added something extra, a blockchain-verified ancestry record system designed to log every step of the DNA process in real time, tamper-proof, traceable, permanent. The results came back in less than a week. I was a direct match. No doubt, no margin of error. But proving I belonged wasn't enough. I needed to prove what he did. That's when we dug deeper, and what we found was worse than I imagined. Security footage from a shipping center showed Daniel intercepting the DNA package, not just once, twice. Digital logs revealed he had accessed the shipment tracking system using a spoofed ID, and his search history? How to bypass DNA verification chain of custody, how to swap genetic samples undetected. But the real damage? Financial. Before the results were even announced, Daniel had already started moving money. Offshore accounts, private transfers. He wasn't waiting for confirmation. He knew what the outcome would be, because he created it. We didn't go public, not yet. We planned something better. A private meeting, court-ordered, with estate executors, legal representatives, and a medical team present. Daniel walked in confident, relaxed, like he had already won. Then I walked in. The look on his face, I'll never forget it. Confusion, then fear, then something else. Realization. We presented everything. The new DNA results, the blockchain records, the surveillance footage, his search history, the offshore accounts. One by one, his entire plan collapsed in front of him. He tried to speak, tried to deny it, but his voice shook, his hands wouldn't stay still. And then he broke, right there in the room, in front of everyone. The brother I thought I knew, gone, replaced by someone I didn't recognize. The estate was immediately frozen, his access revoked, a full investigation launched. Within weeks, everything was reversed. The assets were restored, the will executed as my grandfather intended. And Daniel, he didn't just lose the money, he lost everything. Criminal charges, fraud, identity manipulation, financial theft. I heard later he tried to explain it, said he deserved more, said I wouldn't have used it right. But the truth was simpler. He didn't just want the money, he wanted to erase me. And for a moment, he actually did. But here's what he forgot. Truth doesn't disappear, it waits. Today, the estate is protected under the most advanced verification systems available. Nothing moves without proof, nothing changes without trace. As for me, I got everything back, except my brother. And maybe that's the real cost of greed, because some things, once broken, don't come back.